Okay, let's keep moving on with our complex numbers. And now we are going to talk about conjugates, okay? And so basically you'll have to use a conjugate anytime you have a fraction and there is an imaginary number in the denominator. When in the denominator it's added or subtracted down there. So you can't have any imaginary numbers in the denominator. To get rid of the imaginaries in the denominator, we use what's called a conjugate. What is a conjugate? Well, basically, if in the denominator we have 3 plus 2i, its conjugate would be 3 minus 2i. If we had 4 minus 3i, its conjugate is 4 plus 3i. So let's look at what happens when you multiply these conjugates together. Yesterday in your notes, we actually already multiplied these two guys together, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to go ahead and multiply 4 minus 3i and 4 plus 3i. So those are conjugates, so when you multiply them together, there's a reason we use conjugates. So if you look, okay, we'd have 4 minus 3i and we'd have 4 plus 3i. Okay, so we're still using the idea that I squared equals -1, all of that good stuff. Okay, so we multiply it out, we get 16. 4 times -3i is -12i. 4 times 3i is positive 12i. And then -3 times -3 is -9. I times I is I squared. Okay, and what we end up with is our imaginary numbers here. You always, if you use a conjugate, you'll always end up with a negative and a positive that cancel each other out in those corners. And then the other one here is, remember that I squared equals -1, so -9 times I squared is going to be a +9. And so we're going to end up with 16 plus 9 is 25. So the idea of using a conjugate is going to get rid of those imaginary numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we can use that when we are given a fraction like this. Okay, so if we have 2 plus 3i divided by 4 minus 8i. Okay, our rule says we can't have any imaginary numbers in the denominator and have it be in standard form. So that means we are just going to manipulate this fraction. Okay, just like if we had 1/2, if we multiply the top and the bottom by the same thing, say we multiply by 3, we get 3/6. Doesn't change the value of the fraction. We're going to use that same idea here with conjugates. So what we're going to do is we need to get that I out of the denominator. So we have 4 minus 8i. We are going to multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate. So we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by 4 plus 8i. So let's go ahead and look at what happens here. Here's our denominator. We're going to multiply that out. So we're going to have 4 minus 8i and 4 plus 8i. And that would be 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times -8i is -32i. 4 times +8i is +32i. So we can see those i's are going to cancel. And 8 times -8 is -64. I times I is I squared. So -64i squared is going to be a +64. There we go. And then 64 plus 16 is going to be, hang on. Okay, so 64 and 16 is going to be 80, and our i's are going to cancel out. So our denominator is going to be 80. Our numerator, now we have to multiply our numerator, 2 plus 3i times 4 plus 8i. So let's go ahead and multiply that out. So we're going to have 2 plus 3i here. Then we have 4 plus 8i over here. And we're going to fill in our box. We're going to have 8, and then we'll have 12i and 16i, and then 24i squared. 24i squared is going to equal negative 24. Notice this time our i's are not going to cancel out because we're not multiplying by a conjugate here. Okay, so we are not going to have our i's cancel out in this situation. So we are going to have our like terms that are our i's, and we are going to have our other ones here. We've got 8 and negative 24. So when we put those together, we end up at negative 16 plus 16 and 12 is 28i. So our numerator is going to be negative 16 plus 28i. In order to simplify that, we are just going to break it apart into two separate fractions. So we're going to have negative 16 over 80 plus, then we're going to have 28i over 80. We're going to have room over here. So then when we go and simplify that, negative 16 over 80, you can put that into your calculator and it'll simplify it for you, is negative 1/5. Plus, and then 28i over 80. 28 over 80 would simplify to 7 over 20, and then times I. So these two here are equivalent to each other, but the black is not simplified, the red is simplified. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at one more over here. In order to simplify this, we are going to multiply by the conjugate. My conjugate in this case is going to be 6 minus 5i. I'm going to do the same thing to the top and the bottom. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and multiply my denominator. 6 minus 5i times 6 plus 5i. And it does not matter which one you put on the sides. So we're going to have 36, and then we're going to have negative 30i and positive 30i. Again, this is our conjugate, so our i's will cancel. And then we'll have negative 25i squared. Negative 25i squared will simplify to positive 25. So our i's here are going to cancel, and we are going to have 36 plus 25. So if we put our 36 and 25 together, we are going to end up with 61. So our denominator is going to equal 61. Our numerator, now we have to multiply again. Okay, so we're going to multiply a second time here, and we are going to have 7 minus 3i and 6 minus 5i. We got 42, negative 18i, negative 35i, and 15i squared. 15i squared gives us negative 15. If we put together our 42 and 15, we get 27. And then negative 35 and negative 18 is negative 53i. So our numerator is going to be 27 minus 53i. When we break that apart, we get 27 over 61 minus 53 over 61i. If you want to double check to see if there's anything that you can simplify out of 27 and 61 or 53 and 61, go ahead. But I don't believe that there is, so we are going to leave it in that form like that, as simple as it can be. So, all right, that is part 2 of our video for today.